Like anything you do for the first time, it was a little bit awkward. You have to make sure that everything's tight, everything's in the right place, because if you don't, there's a chance that you might die. And that for me was scary. I kind of came in really excited. I came in so stoked, but at the same time, I wanted to be careful and listen to everything that the instructor would tell me. I met Paul, who's the dive master.
You want it all to be here all the time.
He took me through the basics of what's gonna happen in this intro dive.
And everything that catches you needs to be here.
He took me through the equipment, what I need to remember. I was a little bit overwhelmed from everything that he was saying because he tried to teach me stuff that you learn in a few days in just a few hours. So I kind of had to really concentrate on what he was telling me. So I tried to make sure everything was tight. I put on the tank and it was really heavy, but I tried to look cool. I tried to like own it and just, yeah, I got this, no problem. Everything felt right to me. A little heavier than I expected, but I was just so ready to get into the water.
When you're wearing your mask, you're holding the top, you're holding it here. You look up and you extend through your nose.
I was also very lucky to have Jules with me because he's an experienced diver and he was teaching me how to clear my mask properly so that if ever my mask comes off underwater, I would know how to put it back on without panicking. And thank God that Jules was here because he helped me a lot for my first diving experience. All right, I got all my gear for my first intro dive. So excited, let's do it.
Problem. Regulator in mouth. Hold your mask too because that might fall.
I tried to follow all the instructions that Paul gave me before, equalizing, inflating and deflating my suit so that I can properly go down into the water. At first there was a sense of panic because you don't really know what's happening, but then I tried to remember that one of the things that Paul told me is don't panic. So I tried to calm myself down, focus on my breathing, and just relax. After a few minutes, I got myself to sort of relax and I was underwater and it was beautiful. It's a whole different world under there. Got to see about 10 minutes of scuba diving action. That was my first time. It's a good experience. I'm definitely gonna get certified for this. After my intro dive, I was a little bit bitten, and since the water was so tempting, so clear with such a perfect day, I snorkeled a little bit more. I still enjoyed myself with the snorkeling because it's so peaceful here. I saw all the fish, all the corals. It's so beautiful underwater that I felt in my element. Even though at first there was a sense of panic, later on I was just so relaxed and almost in a meditative state underwater. Next up for me for diving is definitely getting myself certified for open water diving. Jules and Amanda are both certified divers and they talk to me so much about how they love doing it and how it's so amazing. I wanted to taste so much more after this. They say that the water is less explored than outer space, and I can see now that it's true because if this is what it's like in Danjugan underwater, I'm sure there's a bunch of other places in the Philippines and all over the world where you can see a bunch of things that you wouldn't see if you didn't dive. So I think getting certified for me is just another part to exploring the world in a different way, underwater.